The Freitas family, who fled the Caldor fire before it burned down numerous homes and the school on their street, talks about the miracle of their home's survival on August 17, 2021. By Paul Kitagaki Jr. We've dropped the paywall on this article delivering critical public safety information on this developing story. Please consider a digital subscription to the Sacramento Bee to support local journalists reporting on these wildfires. Conditions have gotten so bad on the Caldor fire burning in El Dorado County that Cal Fire transferred 30 engines early Wednesday from the Dixie Fire, the largest fire in the state this year and second biggest in state history. The engines and their crews had been stationed in Reno. They were released from the Dixie Fire and sent straight over the hill because they were the closest resources available, Cal Fire Director Tom Porter said. Speaking to reporters at the State Office of Emergency Services headquarters east of Sacramento, Porter said the shift reflects the balancing act fire agencies are performing as the state juggles 13 major fires burning in California. He acknowledged that the Dixie Fire is exceedingly resistant to control and not going to end anytime soon. The fire as of Wednesday morning had grown to 53,772 acres, more than 8 times bigger than the 6,500 acres reported 24 hours earlier, according to Cal Fire's Amador El Dorado unit. The blaze grew more than 30,000 acres overnight, continuing extreme fire behavior for a second straight night as winds rocketed the fire dangerously close to well-populated communities along Highway 50 and surrounding areas. Sheriff's officials Tuesday evening issued a number of new evacuation orders across a sprawling range of territory, including the entirety of Pollock Pines, Cedar Grove and Kybers, most of Camino, eastern portions of Pleasant Valley and Somerset, a large stretch between Mormon Emigrant Trail and Highway 88, and areas near the Union Valley, Ice House and Loon Lake reservoirs. At least 2 civilians were airlifted to hospitals with injuries, described as severe and serious, both of them picked up in Grizzly Flats, Cal Fire and Forest Service officials said in a joint statement. Precise destruction tallies are not yet available due to dangerous conditions, Cal Fire says, but Sacramento Bee journalists observed many homes, a post office, an elementary school and a church all burned to the ground in Grizzly Flats. While the agency's official early morning update reported just 242 personnel on the Caldor fire, Porter said more firefighters were being deployed to the incident throughout the day. He didn't have details beyond the redeployment of the engine crews from the Dixie Fire. The legislature beefed up Cal Fire's budget this year, but the state agency remains stretched for resources across the state. Behind Porter, the electronic board in the CalO's control room showed 1,074,622 acres currently burning. We have every Cal Fire employee engaged in this siege, Porter said. Porter and Anthony Scardina, deputy forester with the U.S. Forest Service's California office, said the presence of 100 major fires across the West is hampering California's ability to pull more firefighters and equipment into the state. As it is, 65% of the Forest Service's 10,000 firefighters are currently working in California, Scardina said. Getting help from international partners is limited too, in large part, because of the COVID-19 pandemic and the 1 million plus acres of wildfires in British Columbia. Canada is burning as well, Porter said. The Caldor fire, which began over the weekend on the El Dorado National Forest, remained relatively small at first before raging out of control Monday night, raising new questions about the Forest Service's firefighting practices. Scardina said the Forest Service made an aggressive initial attack but was hampered by the terrain and the presence of heavy smoke, which limited the ability to fight the fire with retardant from the air. More than 16,300 El Dorado residents, about 9% of the county's total population, have been evacuated, the State Office of Emergency Services said in an update around 10 a.m. That's over half of California's current total for wildfire evacuations. Close to 15,000 are evacuated across Plumas, Siskiyou, Lassen, Trinity, Tehama, and Shasta counties in response to other major wildfires burning in the state. Please heed the warnings, and then when you're asked to get out, Cal Fire Chief Tom Porter said during a Wednesday morning briefing with CalO's. We need you out of the way so we can protect your homes from these fires. Red circles on this live updating map are actively burning areas, as detected by satellite. Orange circles have burned in the past 12 to 24 hours, and yellow circles have burned within the past 48 hours. Yellow areas represent the fire perimeter.